Hi guys, welcome back. We are going to do chapter 11 of Two Dogs in a Trench Coat Go to School. In chapter 10, Sassy and Waldo were at school and they got to experience gym class for the first time, and they played frisbee in gym class and were like superstars at it. And Stuart is still pretty upset about his big project. Here's chapter 11. The next day, the cafeteria served something called All-American Mish-Mash. There was meat, there were noodles, there was sauce, there was cheese. There is meat again today, said Waldo. I think it's more recycled Sloppy Joe meat, said Stuart. But I actually like this one. There's a lot of cheese. This is fantastic news. This is such a great school. Stuart and the dogs got their lunches and sat on a table by themselves. Coach came through the door of the kitchen, carrying a tray piled high with bowls of All-American Mish-Mash. Gotta feed the team, said Coach. Waldo and Sassy looked at the tray, drooling. They stared very, very hard at that blue plastic tray, carrying so many bowls of delicious, meaty, noodly goodness. They used their dog brains to do a trick not many people know about. Coach tripped over something invisible and dropped the entire tray of All-American Mish-Mash onto the floor, right by Salty's feet. The dogs lurched forward, Sassy moving deftly under the trench coat so no one would see her, and swallowed the food in 4 gulps. The dogs slid back into their seat, and Waldo casually pawed at his fork. What did you just do? Said Stuart. Did you just eat all his food? It is possible, said Waldo. We told him to drop it, said Sassy, with our minds. What? Said Stuart. So do you guys think that's true? That they said drop it in their minds and he dropped it. It's a thing we can do sometimes, said Waldo. If we concentrate very, very, very hard, we can make humans drop their meat. It doesn't always work, said Sassy. But when it does, it's great. Where'd it go? Said Coach. I just fumbled a little and lunch disappeared. You have to go get more, I guess, said Waldo. I guess I do, said Coach. Don't do that again, though, said Stuart to the dogs. At a certain point, they're going to notice that you're eating it all. Our job as dogs, said Sassy, is to work right up until that point. Well, you're all done with lunch anyway, so let's go before Coach comes back. The dogs reluctantly followed Stuart out of the cafeteria and walked back towards class, where Mrs. Toohey was waiting for them. I am sorry that you didn't join our class in time to do the big project, Mrs. Toohey said to the 2 dogs. I know you would just love it, especially the part where you fill out the information sheet. That does sound like a lot of fun, said Waldo. Doesn't it? Yes. Or is it the sort of thing you'd say if you were a spy? I am not a spy. I am from Liver, Ohio. Or is that the sort of thing you would say if you were a spy? It is not, said Waldo. Can we do gym class again today? No, Salty, said Mrs. Toohey. Today we have music. Do we run and catch in music? You'll have to run to catch the melody because your singing is so bad, said Bax. You'll have to run out of the room entirely. I have misunderstood the word melody. Is it like one of those balls with a squeaker inside? You wish, said Bax. I do wish, said Waldo. Line up for music, everyone, said Mrs. Toohey. Salty lined up behind Stuart. I am excited for music, said Waldo. There might be running and catching. Who told you that? Said Stuart. There's no running or catching. Bax told me. Bax is my friend. The class walked down the hall and into a room with 2 pianos, a drum set, recorders, a tambourine. A lady sat on one of the pianos. As the children walked in, she sang a song. Welcome, children, here's the thing. Ooka, 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 it's time to sing. Why did did she say ooka, ooka, ooka? Whispered Waldo. No one knows, said Stuart. What happens if we press this thing here? Asked Waldo as Sassy put her foot on a silver rectangle near the drums. A large mallet swung forward and boom, hit the bass drum. Hey, that's a fun noise, said Waldo. Do it again. Sassy pressed the pedal experimentally a few times and then found her rhythm. It was like scratching her belly with the back of her leg, but more musical. Waldo sang to the beat of Sassy's drumming. Hello, humans, this is fun. Ooka, ooka, ooka. When do we run? Hey there, humans. Oh boy, now they are in music class. Okay, thank you so much, said the lady, jumping up from the piano. Aren't you an enthusiastic one? Yes, I am a good boy, said Waldo. I am Salty. I am from Liver, Ohio. Sassy had to concentrate extra hard not to wag her tail. I am Mrs. Gargle, said the lady. Do you have experience in music? No, not really. I like to make noise and have everyone pay attention to me, though. That's practically the same thing, said Mrs. Gargle. Let's get started. The students sat on the floor in a circle. Last week, we worked some more on Oh, Great Mountains and Wild Plains, said Mrs. Gargle. Let's start again from the top. The students all took deep breaths. Oh, great mountains and wide plain, vast dense forest where majesty reigns. The children attempted some sort of harmony, but they sounded terrible. Waldo loved it. As the students took another deep breath to begin the second verse, Waldo took a deep breath too. It didn't matter that he didn't know any of the words. He could feel the music deep in his soul. The children began singing again. So many buffalo. Waldo pointed his nose toward the ceiling and howled a long howl. He ended up hitting one of the correct notes. He ended up hitting more of the correct notes than any of the other children did. Salty, that's wonderful, said Mrs. Gargle. Children, Salty is showing us a good example of how we sing better when we're properly warmed up and singing from deep in our bellies. Was there a particular warm-up you did today? Woof, said Waldo. That's a new one to me, said Mrs. Gargle. Let's all try that one together, children. Woof, woof. Everyone started barking. Stuart rolled his eyes. This is the most fun I've had in music class, said Bax. Good job. You are very good at barking, said Waldo. You could be a dog. Hey, watch your mouth, said Bax. Maybe you could be a dog. Maybe I could, said Waldo. Sassy nipped at Waldo's paw. Ow! No, I could not. I could not be a dog. I am a human child from Liver, Ohio. Whatever, said Bax. Woof, woof. The children eventually stopped barking, and their next attempt at singing Oh, Great Mountains and Wild Plains was indeed much better. So that was chapter 11, where the dogs experienced music class and were pretty successful. Stay tuned for chapter 12. Bye, guys.